Good morning, all. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I got my guitar now. Somebody was teasing me, so I got some piano music playing. Yeah, I don't care. I had to adjust myself. Good morning, y'all. Get y'all water. Get y'all brew. That's delicious. Yes, indeed. I hope y'all had a lovely weekend. I had a lovely Sunday. Every time I'm gone one day, a lot goes on, but I enjoy my one day. However, I did get a chance. I didn't do very much yesterday, and I kind of looked at YouTube more than I normally would do on a Sunday. That's cool. I enjoyed myself. Didn't do it, but it was raining cats and dogs, so I didn't get a chance to do a lot. So, good morning, Reese PC 69, Sewing Eagle Cheryl Brown. Channel Manny Prada Brick Girl Cheryl Brown. Thank you, Manny. Okay. Now I know people, want to know the update to the little boys out here in California. I'm gonna talk about that real quickly. Then I'm gonna get to my stuff as usual, because I'm constantly looking up for updates because I'm really curious. I wish I could have made it to the what you call that, the vigil that they had. I definitely would have wanted to go, but you know how it is with the weather now and then the Rona and all like this. Plus, I mean, the vigil, but people still walk in the desert. Can you imagine that? Because like I say, California City is close to Nevada, and that's why they're up in Tonopah and all those areas going out that way towards Nevada. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel in my spirit something just ain't gonna go right with these little boys. Well, something wrong already. So the California City Police Chief John Walker confirmed Saturday that individuals close to the investigation will actually take the test at some point after 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West were reported missing since December 21st, y'all. The parents had already been asked to take, the adopted parents had already been asked to take the test. But there's other people now they suspicious of wanting them to take the test. So authorities have asked multiple people to take a lie detector test in the missing California City Toddlers case. California City Police Chief John Walker confirmed Saturday that the individuals close to the investigation were asked to take the test at some point after 3-year-old Austin West and his 4-year-old brother reported missing. Walker did not disclose who those individuals are when they were asked to take the test or whether anyone took or denied the test. This comes after Walker previously confirmed that the authorities asked the adopted parents of the missing brothers to take a lie detector test the day after the boys were reported missing. So they took theirs the day after they were missing. Walker did not confirm whether the parents took or denied the test. So they're not confirming, but they asked the parents, the doctor parents first, now they're asking others. I think that, they're not telling us everything. They're not going to tell us every little thing. And for them to be stretching the search out and wanted those tests done, lie detector test done, they close to something. You know how they hint on stuff and they don't never really tell us what's going on. I'm assuming that's what's going on. They're not going to tell us everything. But y'all feel like, it is what it is. The little boys, I really don't think they're around no more. And I was saying that somebody kidnapped. Now, I was really went as far to say, I really hope it was somebody needs some kids and raise them in love as their own. Did they get found 5, 10, 15 years old, but raise them in love? Like the way we seen some of these kidnappers win, not to harm or hurt or kill them. You know what I'm saying? Although they shouldn't take them at all. Y'all don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, maybe somebody wanted some kids and really desperate because the mother was just really distraught. And the auntie was saying, we really trusted you. And the mother was saying she was working on getting her boys back. And I don't know. And it had to be if they adopted them, an open adoption, for the mother to be working to get them back. When you adopt children, it's final. Adopt means they're yours legally. So I kind of got confused when they keep saying adopt them. Or maybe when they adopt them, they're their parents now, and maybe that's going to give custody to the biological mother. I just know it's a messed up thing all the way around, y'all. So that's my update on the 2 little toddlers, poor little things. I just feel so bad for them. I really do. But anyway, y'all, let me talk about Duchess, Kelly, and Beloved. I know by now y'all done seen Duke, old man Duke, flirting with me about my neck. Now, Duchess, your mind be going some places though, but that's cool though. It's hilarious, y'all. Now, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I gotta show y'all a little bit for y'all that don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Roddy Q, Rob Black, Isabella. I mean, y'all, you know what? I looked at that about 3 or 4 times in a row. I looked at it again yesterday morning. I wanted to laugh this morning. I looked at it. I can't stop looking at it. I even showed some family members was explaining who's who, what's going on, or try to tell them a little bit because they're not interested in it. Then I can't really explain everything because you got to tell them, y'all got to watch for a while so y'all can know all these people and who I'm going back and forth with. But I had to show this and try to explain what that was, because I don't know. It was just, yeah. If anybody in here didn't see it, y'all need to see it, but I just got to show it though. Yeah, just let me put this on. This is just, Duchess, you did that one. You did that. I mean, I couldn't hardly get up. I was laughing so hard. I was in here screaming. Let me see.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up, tweet, share, and all that kind of stuff. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that was the ending of it right there because I was just watching it again, like I told y'all. I keep watching it.
Give us a thumbs.
Let me get the beginning. Let me get it on the replay situation here. I just kept watching it. I couldn't help it. So if I want to laugh, I know where to go get me a good laugh at, because that's what I was doing. I'm trying to get it to go sideways. Let's see something. Y'all just watch this crazy stuff. Duchess, you did this. You did this.
Everybody, hey. What's up? Happy Saturday. Hey, everybody, this is your Duchess coming to you from WDIVA television here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, giving you news that you can use. And the news is...
The category is...
Category is... Neck. Look at the neck. Look at the Neck. Neck. Miss Bless. Miss Bless, baby. You get tens across the board. Bless Watkins, baby. You get tens across the board, baby. You came through and you did that category. You said neck realness, honey. Oh, Miss Bless, baby, you don't make me pop one of my goddamn blue pills and come on over to the counter corner. I'm going to come on over to the counter corner, honey, and find you, girl. I'm going to be down on that West Coast trying to find me a little bit of Bless Watkins. Baby, she said neck. Give me neck, baby. Tens across the board, Miss Bless Watkins. Oh, yes, God. You did that there. Oh, Bless Watkins, baby. Oh, you tickled me so much this morning. Lucille said, Dookie Duchess, you got to go see Bless Watkins, honey. She's in a category of necks, honey. Neck realness, baby. Oh, you said, baby, not a wrinkle. I didn't see one goddamn wrinkle. I didn't see no mufflers, no wrinkles, no blubber, baby, you got the neck of a 16-year-old child. Oh, yes, you did. Miss Bless, you better be careful now, honey. Ooh, I'll fuck that COVID, honey. I'll get one of my goddamn blue pills and I'll walk to you. I'll get to walk to you.
That's all I watch of it. Y'all gotta go watch it. It's just a little longer than that.
Baby, you got
yes,
the
indeed.
of today, of the Saturday, honey. Oh, that was so good. Bless Watkins, bless your heart. You came through and you was on it. That category is neck. And you even spelled it out. You said N-E-C-K. And you said, let me see your neck, honey. That was so good.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, y'all that didn't see this, y'all saw it just a little bit more. I didn't play. Yeah, I played like 3 minutes, 37 minutes, a 5-minute video. Then he doing his advertising. I like to hear when he do his advertising too, y'all. It's hilarious. I didn't even know that was up there. I was driving home because I was out there eating. Somebody had talked to me on the phone. They said, "Oh, that was funny." But Duchess said, "I said, what do you say?" They say he got a 16-year-old neck. Because I thought they was gonna say he was giving commentary on the fight that old Lindy came over here and started everybody behind the troll. But when I saw that, the humor, he sees the humor in everything. And that's what I like about Duchess of the Killing the Love. He sees the humor in all trolls. All trolls. Something that, old Libby can't do. She definitely want to come over here and make an argument on something. She might be mad about this too. I only told the truth. If you really want to know what somebody else, not that I want to know, I'm not an ageist or anything, but since she keep coming on there saying the most and doing the most, I say, look at her neck. Just look at the neck and the hands. They can't do no cosmetology on that, to make it pull it back like you do with a face. When they go get that plastic surgery, you can't plastic surgery your neck. I don't think so. I haven't seen that. It look like an old white lady's neck, all sucked in the middle and swollen. Then right under the chin, a slab of meat hanging down. Just look at that. Now I don't want to go there again, but I'm just letting y'all know it is what it is. Now I have to go to one of my videos. I need to clear something up because let me get to it now. Evidently, this Cassie lady trying to get, in my opinion, some bullshit going between me, Tracy, and Laxi. That's just the way I see it, Cassie. If you're in my bushes again, that's just the way I see it. Because I had a 3-hour live, and this person focused on one segment. Yeah, y'all, one segment. Now, I had to look for it, y'all, because I couldn't remember which one it was. I think it's Coffee Time. Let's sip and talk. Let's see. I went back looking for it, and I found it because I was up last night. Well, I happened to wake up. And I heard Tracy saying again. And this Cassie lady is saying that I let the word L-E-T let. Lex Max come up here. They don't protect you like the way you protect them. Okay. Okay, let me get to, I think I got the right one, 127. Now, at the time, y'all, for to show y'all who was all on the panel. Okay. Because if that's the case, Tracy didn't feel that way. I can't get it on the exact mark, so I'm going to start at a few minutes at 126. I'm going to turn it up. I can't see that it's a troll really taking you there with me.
Well, you can see it or not, it is what it is. I said what I said.
It is what it is, and I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Nothing about the name, Miss Olivia, because I always had the utmost respect for you, too. So I don't know what your problem is. I'm still not cursing at you. I'm trying to talk to you like
I'm not trying to curse at you either.
Okay, now. Well, we start hollering at you now.
You can't put words in my mouth, though. But you can't put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not putting words, and I'm not putting words in your mouth. As y'all can see, clearly, Tracy was there.
I answered the question.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What did it have to do with me? That's what you didn't ask me. What it had to do with me? Are you mad because Spicy Dicey came at you?
Yes.
Okay, so what that got to do with me? Clearly, Tracy was there. Now keep watching, because Tracy gonna go off on old Livy. That's when Lex Max come up. I had to go back and look at this. So now I'm thinking Lex came up in defense of old Livy. Cause let's keep going for a minute. You talk about me like a dog as well. So what I got to do with that?
Okay. I'm on the live. Let me hang up, babe, because I'm on the live right now. Okay. So what happened? Okay, this is what happened. Like I told you, I explained everything. I don't have to fucking lie. This bitch came in there talking shit, cussing everybody out. I don't know why, because I haven't did a motherfucking thing.
Okay, now I'm trying to make a point here, y'all. We don't need to hear everything Tracy was saying.
Spicy Dice trolls.
Okay. I'm trying to get to the point. Now, what happened? Let me tell y'all what happened here was when Lex Max came up, Tracy got down. When Lex Max came up, everything she started saying came out of left field. I was kind of startled by that. I had no words to say. So she got off the steam for a minute to what she wanted to. Soon as she got through doing that, I then immediately said, okay, y'all, let's get back to Libby. Nobody in my chat was thinking about talking about Tracy. One person probably made a derogatory, negative comment. I didn't. We all went back to Libby. So had I wanted to know something about that argument or wanted to bite on that, I would have expanded on that, but I didn't even ask Lex nothing about it because that ain't what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to do. But at the same time, I was trying to stay neutral and let Lex Max say what she got to say. I don't want her to think I'm just kicking her off. Okay, so and y'all can see she came straight up after Tracy.
Instead of fucking with me, because this is not what the fuck you want.
See, now I'm gonna tell y'all my mind. I said, okay, back to Livy. That's what we did. Okay, now at one point, Lex came back a second time. By this time, let me go up a little bit. I think Preservo came on. It was about 5 of us over there. Yeah, Miss Preservo came on. You got mad and want to go over there and do the most about me and others. Then at one point, it was 5 of us up there. Let me get to it. So actually, I let nobody did nothing. Tracy was there had she wanted to say something. And Lady Nika was writing her assessment of what she thought was going on. Okay? Now, that's what happened, Cassie. I didn't let nobody do nothing. Okay, to me, you're trying to get some bullshit going that don't necessarily need to be going. Okay? Tracy was there. And then at one point when Tracy didn't come up when Lex Max was talking, I said, where's Tracy? Where's Tracy? You know, because I'm thinking, well, if it's that important, she's going to come back up. And she didn't, but then she wasn't trying to go there either. All of our mindsets were on Libby. Lex, that was left field out of me, because you heard me say I didn't know that y'all was arguing. Nobody on that panel started commenting on Tracy. So if it was a drag about Tracy, believe me, I would have said something. Pazar would have said something. Boo came up, she would have said something. Only people that was going with Tracy was Miss Olivia, and then Lex Max came up. Cassie, why out of all of this that's going on, oh, well, that's in there. I did. Because had I wanted to go in on Tracy, I would have commented on it when she came back the second time. You know, and people in the chat was getting bored because people in the chat started saying, that's not what we talking about. That's what they said. I hate to say it, Lex, people in the chat didn't want to hear, baby. It was left field. And so I ain't think no more of it until this Cassie situation came up. First, it came up the other day. Then it came up this morning when I woke up through the wee hours of the morning. I said, well, then maybe I need to address this. Because first I was going to ignore it, because Tracy, I ain't letting nobody drag her. I'm in the middle of both of them. I like them both. That's the same thing as when I was in Tracy chat. And then you had a little rotten teeth girl, alcoholic lady that's stalking me, that want my attention, you know, and I won't give it to her, came up there going at me. You know what I'm saying? She got out what she wanted to get out, but I wasn't mad at Tracy about that, because I understood at the time that it wasn't her letting nobody, you know, she didn't know she was going to talk like that. Just like I mentioned on Big Man TV, I told him when the little drunk up there with the little rotten teeth came up there, I'm not blaming him for that. You know, she got out over there where she wanted to get out. People do that. You know, you don't know what certain things go on, you get startled. I had no words, y'all. I was really surprised. None whatsoever. Okay? So, Cassie, don't be coming on here trying to get no bullshit started, because Tracy was there. Now, had Tracy had not been there at all, then my words may have been different. My words probably would have been, didn't know y'all was in it, so I don't want to discuss it right now. But I didn't have to say, I don't want to discuss it right now, because Tracy was there. Tracy was there. Now, y'all see how when people troll y'all, they want to start some bullshit, but she's saying she ain't trying to start nothing. Well, what do you call that then, Cassie? What do you call that? Then Tracy made a video, Cassie, I get your point. No, what was her point then, Tracy? What was her point if you getting it? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. Ain't nobody else worried about that little segment. Nobody else said anything about that, even that day. Like I said, probably see one person saying something negative. Probably somebody don't like Tracy or whatever. I don't know. But nobody else. We was all still dragging Olivia. Your bottom line is nobody really was paying attention to that. We was on Olivia. We didn't care at that point where Lex Max was talking about Lex Max, and you know we didn't, because nobody commented on it, asked you no question about it, none of that. So this ain't no shade towards you. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. Nobody really wanted to hear it. They wanted to hear about Olivia. But I let you talk. Just like if I come on your panel, you'll let me come up and say what I want to say. But like I said, Tracy was there. So you forgot to say that, huh, Cassie? Tracy was there, and if she wanted to argue, she would have came back up and argued. Soon as Lex came up, she got down. She didn't want to be bothered with that. We was on Olivia. That's why mine was. Okay? Wow. Hey, Miss O, kind to me, Unfiltered Pisces, Rob Black, Tabitha Winters. I am Wonder Woman. Whew, Lord. She see a point, but Olivia trying to make up an argument to separate. Exactly. That's what she meant. Okay, because I'm trying to ask Casey. I want Tracy to tell me what's the point, because I'm missing it now. My only point is, to me, look like Cassie want to start some bullshit and want me to keep speaking on her, which I'm not. Just going to be right here. I just had Laurie asked, I don't know. In Olivia's words, she's an interloper or something. But I see she been in my chat a few times. I speak to her. I'm cordial to everybody. Everybody can voice their opinion. If she here now, she can come up and voice her opinion. You know, if she want to, I'm not mad. I'm just letting her know. To me, you was trying to start some bullshit. So that's what Cassie is. Somebody that Miss Olivia called an interloper. You know, and it is what it is. I never go over there and watch her. But I seen she been over here, you know, a few times. But when I do hear somebody got to be all this negativity, and I know you probably in my bushes again today, hit the link when I drop it. Make me understand. Make me understand why you trying to start some bullshit between me, Lex Mac, and Tracy. I'm not mad at Tracy or Lex Max, but I'm saying it is what it is. We was on Olivia this morning. That was left field. I said I didn't know y'all was arguing, but my mindset still was if Tracy want to come up and defend herself, she will. And she didn't, so evidently her mind wasn't there and nobody else's mind wasn't there at all. Now, good morning, China Doll. Little Wine, Lex Max. Now, see, and I don't even get what you mean by that, Lex Max. I really don't understand. I'm not going to disrespect you, so carry on. But Padara, you were in my life, and you know why I came to Blessed Platform. I was sitting in my. See, Miss Bizarra ain't said nothing about that. Bizarra didn't come on the panel and say nothing about that. She came up there talking about Libya too. And so, what do you mean you don't want to disrespect me? How's that disrespecting me? Because you're telling your feelings on the situation. How do you told Pizarro that you was coming up here on my platform to talk about Tracy? Is that what you're saying? You was defending yourself. And if you were defending yourself here on my platform, I don't know what you're doing. Because like I said, I didn't know you and Tracy had a beef. So since you said this, why did you choose to come defend yourself then? Tracy be on every night. Every night. So I'm not trying to disrespect you either. I'm not throwing no shade at you either. It is what it is. We was talking about Olivia. I was startled. I was thrown off, and that's just the way it was. But Tracy was here. So I don't know what you mean when you said that, though. I'm confused too. Harley Q, good morning. Wait a minute, because I'm confused. Yeah, Lex, yes, I was there. But Miss Pizarro, now you see, I didn't know that. You was on the panel too. You didn't say that Lex Max is mad and she coming over here to get at Tracy. I didn't know that. Because I came on here to be a one person and one person only, but I let Lex, get out what she was trying to say. And in my mind, I'm thinking Tracy here. And I said, well, where's Tracy? Now I find out somebody said she left for a little while to her thing to go, do commentary on her chat. So if you taking it that I'm throwing shade, well, that's the way you taking it. Because for the statement you just made, I don't want to disrespect you. What do you mean you upset with me? Because I'm telling you how it went. I did only want to talk about Miss Olivia. I didn't comment on it. I did say I didn't know y'all was mad. I did get back, say, oh, well, let me get back to Olivia after that. Okay? Exactly how the Q. What Olivia said, Tracy didn't mention Lex on that particular live, so that's why Bless didn't know. Exactly. How am I supposed to know y'all was into it? So don't be mad at me saying you don't want to disrespect me. I hope not, because I'm not disrespecting you. I'm letting everybody know how my chat went that day. And I was thrown off because it's hard to stay neutral when you don't want to be involved in somebody's fight. Here I am involved in it anyway. Wow. Whew. Let me have me a sip of this water, y'all. Hold on a minute. Oh, let me drop this link too. I just did. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. I'm not coming at you. But then when I had to go search my video the wee hours of the morning, because I don't really be going back on my videos like that. But I had to go look because this came up a second time because I didn't want the narrative spin that somebody was coming up here just dragging Tracy like that, and I let it go on. But like I said, my mindset was wow, and I knew Tracy was here, and she didn't come back up. That was it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. Oh, I dropped the link. I didn't know what was going on. That's why she came up there. When she got up there is when she said, Miss Bizarro. That's why I said, oh, you and Tracy into it. But a link is dropped. And do I know Isabella? You look familiar. People be changing their names. Hey, official.
Hey, Miss Bless.
Hey.
Hey, I'm not sure who that Isabel. Sorry, hi Isabel. You can go ahead.
Hi, Isabel. Hi, Isabel. Well, I'm gonna move her out the way because she said what she wanted to say. Go
Okay,
ahead,
I'm gonna
Les.
be real quick,
Take
Miss
on
Bless.
this. That's right, Billy Jean.
I'm
Is
gonna be real
always
quick.
something. Okay.
Sorry, I was already saying that when you started. My bad. I did hear Lex when she came up. Now I'm gonna let you know I ain't got no fight in this battle because you know what I'm saying. I watch them all. But Lex when she came up, she said I did want to address Tracy about something, and I think it was more of a on-site thing than waiting later that night for her to go live because she had a discrepancy with Tracy already. But she did make it clear when she came up on the platform. She was like, I want to say something to Tracy because she felt like Tracy was throwing her under the bus in another situation. So I kind of get why she came there. Now everything else that transpired from there, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But that was why she came up, and that day she verbally said it.
Now, when she said that though, I had no idea. Which is she said I want to dress Tracy that it was going to be a drag is what I'm saying. Because that's why I said, oh, I didn't know y'all was into it. You know what I'm saying? It could have been I want to dress Tracy about something happening on another live, but something that's not draggable and say it real quick and get down like some people do. It could have been anything, but I did not know that they were actually fighting with each other. If I had known, like
Yeah. So
Pavella said she knew before then why she was gonna come, she knew it was gonna be a drag. Then I probably would have said, well, no, I want to keep on staying on Libya instead of waiting to say, well, let's get back to Libya. You know what I'm saying? Just because she came up and said, I want to dress Tracy, still didn't tell me that you had something going on with her.
but I
And
think
that's
she had been
what
trying to catch Tracy and to have that conversation. Yeah. But that was all I wanted to say, Miss Bless. You have a
well,
great day. I'm
thank
gonna
you
be in
for
the
coming up.
audience.
Well, thank you for coming up.
Always.
Saying that because even that little bit, it didn't tell me that they was fighting.
Yeah, it be so much
You
going
know,
on, Miss Bless. And you had so much already with what was going on with Miss Olivia. So I mean it's easy to not have seen it. The chat was booming and just it was a lot going on. So it's all
yeah,
good.
but official wasn't nobody in the chat. Everybody in the chat though was really talking about this Olivia situation, right? Because that's what I saw.
Yeah,
Isabel, don't
that's
keep
very
bringing
true.
your stuff about over here, huh?
You better go ahead and ban Isabel. But yeah, that's true. The conversation was just moving very fast and there was just a lot of stuff going. But if you had been following throughout the day, Lex had mentioned it on another panel that she wasn't feeling the way Tracy had interacted with something. I ain't trying to put words for her because I know she can speak for herself. But that was just my take on it.
Okay, I appreciate it. I accept it and everything.
Yes,
I get
ma'am.
what you're saying. I really do.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate it.
yeah,
All right.
thanks for that. Because my mindset was still Miss Olivia. That's what my chat was doing. And see, now I'm learning something new that they had got at it earlier that day. Well, I didn't see the videos that led up to that. Because my thing now is people saying that they had something going on. She's been trying to catch her. Tracy be on every single night. And I think, see, she's 2 hours ahead of me. Well, they both got the same time zone. So she be on every single night. Every night. And my thing is, the reason why I'm talking about it right now, I don't like the narrative that this Cassie person is trying to spin that, oh, she let her come up there and drag. Tracy was here. So it's not, and if Lex takes it as shade, well, then she gonna take it as shade, but it's not shade. I'm trying to let her know what I was talking about, and it was out of left field to me because I really wasn't on that subject. Of moving on to get on somebody else. I really wasn't. But I still let her talk, and that's what it was. And y'all see when she got through, what did I say? Okay, back to Libby. That's how it went. My mind wasn't on no fight, what was going on with them. So now I'm finding out they've been fighting, and I'm still not going to get in the fight. I'm addressing Cassie. That's what I'm addressing. I am too. Miss Bazaar wouldn't even be talking about it if Cassie had came back. Evidently, she must have came back a second time. Cause when I woke up last night to go pee, I turned on my thing and I seen that title. Trees was on, and I stopped there for a minute and I started explaining to her. Cassie was over there telling her what that ain't true. Lady Nika said. Lady Nika saw what she saw, and that was it. And now I'm done with it. But I have to tell Cassie it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. But like I said, when I had to go back and look at my video like I did to see who was all on my panel at the time, That's when I said, okay, she might for Olivia. Maybe she wanted to come up because it looked like a double team, which it wasn't. We were all talking. That's all it was. That's all it was. Whether that's one to resolve the issue, well, what does it have to do with blessed? You motherfuckers use folks' panel 24/7 around here to spin y'all narratives. That's what y'all do. See, Billie Jean put it, just being blunt with it. That's what it was. That's what I'm saying. She be on every single night, some mornings. I came up here to talk about Olivia, but I let her talk because I like Lex. But like I said, I had no idea of that fight. I didn't know that was going on Saturday. That's right, Billie Jean. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Now I want Lex this year. You can jump up into because see when you read stuff, you might read it in the wrong way. Because the way I read it and what I'm taking it is that I don't want to disrespect you as if now you got some shade or something toward me. The way you started off, what do you mean you don't want to disrespect you? Because I'm telling you how I felt that day. I felt that day that I really wasn't into that. I felt that day it came from left field. It wasn't on subject. It wasn't a drag fest. None of that. But I let you talk. You talked, got through. I said, okay, let's get back to Diddy. And that's how it went. That's how it went. And if you really paid attention, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I know it's going to sound like shade. People start living. Then nobody want to hear that. We're trying to talk about living. Bottom line. That's true, Lex. I mean, official D spot. But if you may notice, usually don't nobody come on my panel if I'm going in on somebody and come left field about another person. I mean, really, so it just kind of threw me off. I mean, that's, probably what you do, but I don't. Because I watch Lex all the time. And I see sometimes when she on one subject, somebody might come up there and start talking about somebody else, and then they roll with it. But that's how people do their own panels the way they want to do their panels. And that's just the way it is. You mentioned Lex would speak to the. Well, see, I didn't hear that part there. I'm busy hollering myself. Lex jumped on because Tracy mentioned Lex when speaking to Olivia. I remember it correctly. That's why Lex jumped on. Okay, maybe so. I take that too, y'all. I'm not trying to say I could 100% right, but in my mind I am, because like I said, I didn't know what that was going on for real. I didn't watch all that leading up. Like D-Spot just told me all that day, it was leading up to a fight. So I didn't know that. So we were all hollering at that point then. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell y'all word for word what everybody was saying, because I even had a couple of people tell me a few things that was said that I didn't hear. They said the lady even said that I was mad because she come on in the mornings. I said, oh, she said that too. I didn't hear that part. So that might be one of the parts. And I said, well, that confirmed then what people were trying to tell me before Christmas, that this lady trying to come on at the same time as me, and I said I didn't care. I'm still gonna have my support no matter what. So that right there confirmed. Oh, that's what she was doing for real. That's what it's doing for me now. Good morning.
Hey, Miss Bless, how are
Good
you?
morning. I'm fine, babes.
All right. I think this is just an issue because this Cassie person is making it an issue. I think you dropping the link, that's pretty much how all the content creators work. I know ODS is the same way. Brianna is the same way. You're that way in the mornings. You drop the link. If somebody needs to air something out, we can do it. That's just the norm in this sector. So I don't even know what the issue is. I mean, you dropped the link for me so I could cuss Kiki out. We did make up, but Kiki, is your mod, and you just let me get it out, So I think this is just an issue because Cassie is making this an issue. Personally, I thoroughly enjoyed Lex cussing Tracy the hell out, but that's just me. I just don't. Yeah, Cassie is making this an issue. It's just not an issue.
Exactly, and you're right, because Kiki knows how to take care of herself, and you do too.
Right,
So,
exactly.
and by me seeing Tracy in the chat, I'm thinking, well, wow. And then at one point I said, well, where's Tracy?
Yeah,
So I'm thinking,
yeah. Right, and I think we all were kind of thinking the same thing because Tracy was just up there, and then Lex
Right.
came up there, so we were just thinking Tracy was going to respond, so she didn't respond, so maybe it looked like you were taking Lex's side, but Lex did it when Tracy was right there. And yes, there was some stuff going on right before your live, and from what I understand, Lex was trying to communicate to Tracy. Tracy wasn't allowing her to, and just kind of ignoring her, or and basically saying that everything was cool when it wasn't. So that was her opportunity. She saw it was on site. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't leave, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
I'm glad you up here saying that, because then right after that, what happened? I said, okay, back to Libby. Each time back to Libby, because I wasn't trying to go there. Tracy didn't come up. It wasn't what my mind was focused on.
Right, because
So
you were basically in the middle of you were in the middle of your own beef. So I know how that is. Like I know how that is. Your tensions are like really high. You're like on target trying to focus on Olivia. So I get it. I definitely get it.
That's how that went. Now, Boo wrote, Miss Bless, Tracy accused Lex of talking on the phones with me behind the scenes with Miss O. That's what? I don't talk to her, but yeah, everybody know I talk to a couple people. Lady Nika, just because, and Kiki. So let's dead that right now. I don't talk other than, and only because me and Lady Nika been friends for what, 3 years now. Kiki been around about a year now, and just because been around. Well, I met her during the time when T.S. Madison stuff was going on, way back then. So so I don't know where that came from. See how people be doing it. See, I didn't hear Tracy say this part though.
There's no telling what Tracy's mouth. So I'm gonna leave on that note.
All right, but thanks. See, I'm learning something from you and D Spot. See, I didn't know none of their beats.
It's all good. You run your channel that way. I mean, that's just how everybody runs their channel. People click the link and just air shit out. I don't even understand why this is an issue. I really don't. I think everyone in the chat is pretty much confused. Like, why is this an issue? So, yeah, you're good. All right, you have a good day.
You have a good day too.
All right.
Okay, Boo. I just misread. Like I said, I misread stuff too. Not with you. She accused her of talking with Miss O behind the scenes. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I just know at first Miss O didn't like her, and then all of a sudden she apologized and made her moderator, but that's their business. Cassie, not a link clicker. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. She can comment in the chat though, because I know she probably in the bushes like she was then. Because she over here trying to get something going on between me, Lex, and Tracy. And I'm feeling at this point I'm still cool with Lex. That's why I don't understand the statement. I'm not trying to disrespect you, And then again, the way Miss Olivia going out and carrying on and going out after everybody, she might get offended because Lex Max do support us as we support her. You never know. So, I'm thinking like that too. So what's going on for her to say that, I don't get it. But maybe I read it the wrong way. Purple had just come in a video and told her to come clarify. Wow. I'm going to drop the link again. Hey, just because, good morning. I don't see you yet, but I see our Alfreda speaking. Y'all go over there and watch Just Because, y'all. She be dropping some little gems over there. It is blown out of proportion. But I had to come back and speak on it because of her saying it first. I ignored it. Said it again. But then Tracy made a video with the time. And I said, well, then let me go ahead and straighten this out now. Because I don't know at this point if Lex think I was being shade towards her or Tracy think I was being shade towards her. And it is foolish, it's ignorant, it's stupid, it's childish, it's all of those things people are saying. But sometimes you got the dead stuff before somebody keep rolling with it. I have nothing against neither one of those ladies. Nothing. And exactly, that's what she said, but you didn't hear what the rest she said. Let Lex come drag her, and she don't take up for Tracy, right? Tracy take up for him, and Tracy was here. Tracy was here. Tracy speaks up for herself. Evidently, she didn't want to go that way. Yeah, you can. Well, I imagine so. She's neutral because, like I said, we all support each other. Yeah, and that's what she saw. But, Miss Pizarro, it does sound like since she's been persistent out of that whole 3-hour video with 3 hours, that's what you focused on? Tracy know who support her and who don't support her. You know, Tracy was here. That's why I said I got to say something. Tracy was here. And I'm saying, where's Tracy? And why is y'all in it anyway about who defend people who don't? Yeah, Hardy, my question to Cassie is, would she be those people that's going to defend Tracy since she's talking? And you know what? I don't know nothing about the lady. Don't even watch her over here. I know she come over here sometime. I heard of Olivia calling her interlopers and stuff like that. You know, a while back, I heard somebody call her some racist names and stuff like that. You know, so I don't know. She shut that down last night. Well, see, if she did, I don't know, because I woke up and saw that, but I just stayed there the whole time. I had to get me some sleep. And she probably ain't here now. They probably sleep. They don't tell how long she stayed on. I just know I got up. She was on saying, Cassie, I see your point and all this. And I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna finally speak on this because I want to get the point too. I really do. Why was that so necessary to say? What makes you think that Tracy don't have our support? What makes you think we won't defend her in some situation, but I didn't need to in that case? And like Peace Love said, she didn't came up here and argued with one of my moms. Kiki, they got it off. That was it. Okay? But she didn't come up, so maybe she didn't want to do it like that. Yeah, that's what she did, Miss Pizarro. She jumped on the line to address ARC. That's what she did. And that's what we always doing. But I let Lex Max have her say, no way, shape, form, or fashion did I know that that was going to happen. Okay, Kiki. And it is what it is. Exactly. Good morning, Lady Nika. I thought you'd be asleep. I thought maybe you stayed up the whole time. I don't know how long Tracy was on. I just happened to wake up. Go to the girls' room or ladies' room. Turned on my thing. I said, because I know some people be coming on through the night, and that's what it was. You know, I ended up going to sleep because I stayed there. You didn't see me come in no more. I said, well, I was taking my butt back to sleep because I started falling asleep after I got to watching Dimitri Lit. Y'all need to go watch Dimitri Lit. She had a good lie last night. Exactly, Paulette Waters. I'm sure will. Gonna run it just how I've been running it. So if somebody come up here and want to air something out, and I let them, fine. But it's not right if the person's not there. It will seem like a drag fest. But Tracy was here, and soon as I bring Lex up, Tracy jumped down and never came back. So evidently, her mind was like mine. That's another. Put that in your back pocket. Let's talk about it. It's still on point of what I'm talking about, which was OLD, LIVVY, Old Libby, and that's
Good
the way it was.
morning,
Good
Miss
morning.
Bliss.
Good morning.
See, here's the thing, and this is my opinion. This is not Miss
Well, let
Bliss'
me
opinion.
answer her first. But Tracy felt Cassie was right about her saying you let folks attack her, Bless. You asked me a question. I need to ask Tracy that too, because if she is thinking that, she ought to know better than that. Tracy, you were here. You know, you was here. You could have came and said something, but evidently her mind was what everybody was on old Livy. Wow, this is petty. Go ahead, Kiki.
See, this my opinion. This not Miss Bliss' opinion. Me and Miss Bliss ain't talk or nothing today. Who the fuck is Cassie? Like, this what I want to ask all of these people in this chat. Who the fuck is Cassie? Cassie is a troll. We never seen Cassie face. We only hear her sounding like a fucking white lady, giving her opinion about everybody else. We never seen this white lady allegedly in our chat. That bitch ain't never kicked the scream yard. Who gives a fuck about her opinion? It's just
Nobody.
stupid to me. She's a nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. Miss Theo said Tracy only agreed with Cassie saying Olivia made up a reason to fight. Oh, that's the part she agreed with. Because I don't think she agreed with I'm letting somebody attack her,
We
Cassie.
know good damn well Tracy is a grown ass woman. And if Lex came up to say that to say what she had to say, Teresa should have came back and said what the fuck she had to say. That ain't have nothing to do with Miss Bless. They grown ass women. Miss Bless didn't even know what the fuck was going on between Tracy and Lex. If she did, she would have asked me about it, but she didn't. Or she would have asked Auntie Nika about it. Miss Bless don't know nothing about none of that shit. So why the fuck is y'all worrying about what fucking Cassie say? Who? She's a fucking troll. Who cares? She's a nobody. Now I'm sick. I'm gonna go back to the bushes.
Ooh, I hope you ain't catching that stuff. You got a cold?
I don't know, Miss Bless.
Oh, but let me say this before you go. I think that was really big of you. When I think I know, to go over there and apologize to Brianna after I know you had all that personal stuff going on in your life that day, and you haven't really spoke out and told nobody. If you say it's cool for me to just say what happened, I will, without saying the name. The situation went on. That's how I would put it. But you still came up there anyway, and I hadn't even texted you and asked you was you still going. But when you said I'll be back in 10 minutes, I understood, and I didn't talk to you though, but I understood what was going on in your personal life. But you had a troll that keep trolling me and you. They said they come back in 10 minutes. Just a fake, they come back. Don't mention the name because we're not. Ain't nobody over there. She had all 30 over there telling all 30 people that in her chat. And I said, why does this lady keep trolling me? She noticed I don't speak to her. I did what I had to do and I'm done. Look at her and tell me, you're old. Well, girl, some of these people need to look in the mirror with all the wrinkles and stuff under their eyes looking like alcoholics. And
it's the thing about them people. See, I see them making videos and I see them attacking me and all of that.
I'm glad you're ignoring them.
They know I can't respond because I'm dealing with something else in my personal life.
But
so that's why they're making their videos.
But no, Kiki, even you wasn't. Just pay them dust. Who are they? Manny say, bless Walker. Tracy has her own mind. Tracy knows you wouldn't do that. Don't worry about that. Oh, I'm not. I'm really addressing this to Cassie. And back to what I was saying, though. I don't nobody even go over there and watch Jim or care about all that. So I'm glad you ain't addressing that. I'm talking about, how I knew you was going through everything. Can I kind of say what was going on without mentioning names? If not, just say no. But they're not gonna know who we're talking about.
Yeah, they're not gonna know who we're talking about. But now, you can.
Well, with a situation where a friend of his daughter got touched by her stepfather. Simple as that, and they working on that. Brianna understood some person was going in his life, so no, he didn't come back in 10 minutes. We knew what was going on. When I say we, people we talked to, what was going on in his life because they're all friends. Okay, and that's what it is. So
yeah, anyway. So I'm not worrying about these people. They can't really get to me like that. And I see and I'm gonna say it, the white lady, the racist bitch Leak You, she going around saying, oh well, he not even saying what's going on. How can we verify that? That's why I'm not saying what's going on. You police ass bitch. So you can go blurt it out. So you can go look up information and fuck everything up that what people got going on. That's why I don't see what's going on. Because the police bitches like you. Weirdos like you.
You know what, Peace Loving, you so right. She is a non-factor. That's why in a minute I'm finna change the subject. But I needed to let Max know I have no art against her. I have no problem with her. Now, if she's taking the way I'm talking this morning, well, I can't help that. And I'm thinking that because of the way she said, I don't want to do, what do you mean? You don't want to disrespect me. You never have, so why would you start? So I didn't understand that comment. I really didn't. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. But sometimes when you're reading stuff, you don't know in what manner that a person is saying it because you can't see them saying it. You know what I'm saying? So
let know you ain't.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I still ain't mad. I'm just letting you know it is what it is. My mind was on Libby. I wasn't interested in that with no Tracy stuff. I was not interested in that. You see, I didn't comment on it. I just said back to Libby. Okay. Now go ahead, Keith, and I'm gonna drop my link again.
Nah, it's a whole lot going on, but it's I don't know. I'm not about to. It's not my place to tell people what's going on with my friend and his daughter. That's not my place. My place is to be there for my dog and you know what I'm saying, be at his side and then help him.
Right.
We not saying nothing about it right now, and we have a reason why we not saying nothing. You know the reason why, and Tanika know. But Everybody else don't need to know the reason. For reasons like that. Just like what Leak you said, the reasons like that, for her to go verify it so she can go fuck everything up. See people like, when I get done with this situation, I got something planned for that racist bitch. Because I'm getting sick of that hoe. She's starting to get on my nerves. She really starting to get on my nerves. And I really want to pull up on this bitch and let my wife skull drag that bitch. And I don't give
No,
a
don't
fuck
do
if
that.
that hoe
Just
call
stop
the
right
police.
there. Stop right there
I'm
before
telling you.
they say you actually threatening her. You know how they do it. You're a man. Stop it right there.
I'm getting
You
sick
gotta
of this
tell us
bitch
what you
because she's
feel
starting to
like.
get
You
on my
ain't gonna get
nerves.
your wife to do nothing. Stop. You know what I'm saying? I know you speaking out of heat. It's just, out of anger. Stop that right now, because these people love to go run and spit narratives. Oh, you threatened me. The wife gonna come. Just stop. Don't even go there. You know what I'm saying? Now
Let me get
listen.
off here.
300 people. Yes, and 88 likes. Come on, y'all.
But Miss Bless, I'll call you. I should never even got up here
Yeah,
because I already knew
just,
I was gonna get pissed off.
no, you gotta learn how to control that. Don't worry about that though. Stop right there, because everybody know you speaking just in the heat of the moment. Ain't nothing gonna go on. Believe me, you that spinning and say that you're gonna do it for real and have your wife. That's what they're gonna do. But even though you just said that now, they heard it. That's what they fit to do. So it is what it is. Don't even worry about it. It
Which
is
is
what it is.
weird, son. But
Yeah.
I'll call you later though.
Okay. Well, I'll hit you up.
Y'all have a good day.
You have a good day too.
All right.
So link you with Docs and Kiki and his family showing Facebook. I remember something like that. I really do. But see, have y'all noticed everybody that do that is what Olivia called them interlopers? Not that I'm taking up for, but I'm just starting to realize that. Why y'all, just like Pink Booty, he's still being people chat saying and doing the most. But they don't understand right now that he's gonna keep writing paragraphs. He's gonna take you his friend. He's gonna do the most. He gonna, just some weird stuff. And I don't understand why they be so obsessed. Wow, last night, Mrs. Blessed. Last night, let me go up and see what he said in order to say last night. Okay, let me go up some more before I go to the. Oh, she did it just last night. Wow. I wonder why he ain't even been over there. See, that's what I'm trying to tell him now. People that you don't watch you talk about, don't even pay, just don't even respond, because that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they want to fight. What is the end game? I don't understand these people when you don't talk about them at all. They want some attention. Yeah, Pink Booty is what? Let me see. Pink Booty is the Capricorn person nobody would make me think otherwise. You think so? You think it changed his name to that? Because I'm thinking somebody else that would be here all the time, saying stuff, and it's a lady. You think so? Wow. Okay, now let me move on. So last night I was watching Brianna's panel. Take some water. I ain't even been talking that long and needing some water. Well, almost an hour, huh? Almost an hour. So she was talking about a panel that Troutmouth did over there. Now y'all remember a couple weeks ago, he was saying, when people were saying it's leaked, he said that he knew people gonna be talking about him, the panels. That's what he wants. See, because that's supposed to be part of their show. He loving the attention. Turns out he really don't want the attention at all. Because Brianna came back on a second time late last night. I said, oh wow, this must be a treat. Brianna don't come on back to back like this. The man done filed a privacy act, y'all, and try to strike her because of the panel, of the Zoom meeting. But first, he loved the fact that they was talking about it. It was an open panel. All you gotta do is join Patreon for those that want to pay to see that, which I wouldn't do it. But people were on there lying, spinning narratives. First of all, Tracy knows that I am not the one that put her mother's pictures up there. Everybody knows I am not the one that Doc's not computer savvy, probably don't know how to find it, and really don't have the patience, because y'all see how I'm procrastinating with my own challenge, dropping that second link. But anyway, so they were spinning the link all about that. And let me talk about this purse holder stuff again. That was a joke from Wiley. Because I support him sometimes, like sometimes we support people. You know what I'm saying? Helped him get to Chicago when Stanky Baby went to his church and all like that. And we helped him with some stuff in his house. You know, he first got his appointment, we were supporting him heavy. So when I left him over there, he would joke, let's got the purse. Her mother, baby, come on back home now. Bring your purse with you. From then on, that other little person that stalks me, the male one, been running with it for 2.5 years. Oh, yeah, she got the purse. See, when Whitey said that, he wasn't talking about no purse holder over there on TSCC because the lady that Cynthia R was over those finances. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. So that's where the purse thing come from. It has nothing at all to do with TSCC. Absolutely nothing. That was Wiley just making a joke at me. That's all it was, y'all. So, but the little one that kept chasing me around and stalking me, even right now, still to this day, well, he just ran with it. So that's another point. And let me see what else was spent. Oh, Vest didn't get her door kicked in. She turned herself in on a Saturday. She didn't get no door kicked in. The thumb fell all on the floor. I told all her business. No, I said, welcome home. Her son was upset. He went to the hospital or something like that. And yes, she thought he went too far when I said that. But we had just talked before we came on. And that's what he was, you know. So all this spinning the narratives and all it just, you know, people needing content. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it was a joke. It wasn't a big deal. I took it as him saying you got coinked. No, that's what it was. Whitey was making a joke. And if he come back now and decide to talk to me, which Whitey moved on doing great. You know, he's doing a different thing. And he want to talk about some old stuff, he probably will say, yeah, my bless at the purse. Come on back over here with the purse. That was him. That was a joke. And right, exactly, Miss Theo. So that Zoom meeting for what she played, what we were hearing was just a bunch of lies, spit narratives, just like over there at old Libby's. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of lies. Brianna always have been doing Pettyville. I remember when I first started watching her, it was like a year or so before she really started really being on here. I feel like that. So she's been on here way longer than me as a content creator. I remember that she was always had a different name. At the time, I don't think she was calling it Pettyville. I'm not for sure what it was. But I'm saying all this to say, y'all, a bunch of lies. Even the lady with that hairline in the middle of her forehead was over there spinning lines too. They call her D. Rogaine. She got a whole bunch of little thin braids in her hairline, start way in the back, almost like Juicy Booty's hairline. Well, she was over there spinning the narrative too. About somebody running scared. If I was scared, I wouldn't even be over here talking about old Libby. OLDLIBBY, Libby. So it ain't none of that. What you know, and the new people that don't know, but they keep hearing his name. Of course, they're inquisitive. Of course, they want to know. So of course, by them not knowing no better, of course they're gonna believe a lot of that foolishness. But then at the same time, who cares? Don't nobody really care. I don't think so. Why would somebody care about what another human being doing? I mean, come on now. People do what they want to do. Okay, yeah, Brenda, I knew it was something because at the time you had a page, Bonnie Vine had a page. Was it Miss Morgan? Because I remember when we got them links split out, they each had 5 persons to get a link to when we first started Patreon. That was about 5 or 6 of y'all. All of them gone now, but you and me. You know, they just left because what happened was they went on this trip and something happened. And they all got into it and they left. The only one came back was Serious Babies. And that's somebody I don't know, never talked to, never followed or anything like that. Never had a problem with her. So whatever problem she got going on is with herself within me, I guess. I don't know. I don't, you know, they're not trying to go there. It is what it is. You know, that's all it is. Yeah. Oh, let me move that. Because I be looking down and talking, forgetting to move comments. Y'all see hello, Sky Diamonds. Please like this video on your way in. Comment, subscribe. Don't be, it's totally free. Thank you. Enjoy your show. Thank you, Sandy. These folks know the truth, but a lie tastes better to them. So I'm done with playing. Exactly. Just like people like to watch reality shows and we know some that be scripted. Well, that's what they are. That's what they are. So people that really know, ain't nobody tripping about it. Don't nobody really care, I don't think. Except for the ones that's desperate. Even the ones that got kicked and blocked and stuff. I remember I didn't block, but somebody else blocked that rotten teeth little girl a couple times. Good morning, everybody. I love you, everybody, and begged to come on there. Now they're in love. It's a lot of them in love. Yeah, but people like mess. You know what I'm saying? People like mess. You know that when you come on here and talk about nothing but positive, you're not gonna have people watching. It is what it is. People like mess. And that's why old Libby had everybody over there because it was mess. And it was on an old name, and people was curious about that name because someone wasn't around or just had came around. So that's all it really is. I'm looking for a video to get made anytime. You know, but maybe Stanky Baby and Drop Mouth ain't did nothing for this person to do a reaction video. Girl, you don't know. I'm gonna show the picture, and I'm gonna let you have 3 guesses. Now, if somebody guess it right, and then I'm gonna confirm it, yes or no. You don't know who that is. Girl. I think I got these teeth. Is it still here? Oh, yeah, I got him. I got him. Now I'm going to let y'all see. Oh, and I got some people back there, too. Let me show this first. I just look back there and see. Now, where is this teeth? Okay, y'all see that? You see them teeth? Y'all say yes or no. Hope y'all can see them good. Take a wild guess, y'all. Take a wild guess. That's somebody that had the audacity to run around here and talk about everybody. Y'all see them teeth? Do y'all know who that is? Uh-oh. I ain't gonna say it, but somebody else said who they think it is. Yes, indeed. Yes. And got all the bags under their eyes. Look like a little alcoholic over there. Good morning, dude.
Good morning. Do I have an echo?
Huh?
I know I thought I had an echo. I wanted to make sure I didn't have an echo. What you were saying about the positivity and negativity and all that stuff that's going on.
Right.
We keep revisiting the same thing, and every now and then it's fun, but sometimes it gets a little bit boring.
Right.
So I was listening to a couple of people who kept saying, "Oh, so and so's coming back." So y'all, I'm sick of that. I also wanted, we talked about the other day about nobody's being scared about somebody coming back, but I just want to know, like, some of y'all are saying that's your friend. If that's your friend and she's over 40 years old and had never been in trouble before, just recently got in trouble and now has a record, she has kids who are either in college or on their way to college. Why are y'all talking about y'all want this girl to come back to the beef sector? Because you miss her, because you want entertainment, because the streets are dry without her. I'm just going to say this, and I don't care who it hits. If it hits you, it hits you. Y'all are not being a friend to somebody for wanting them to come back to something that actually ruined their life. I remember when I watched VS on the day when all of that stuff went down, and I don't remember if y'all remember her putting on that necklace that someone gave her, the necklace of protection. Now, I don't believe in those things. I believe in Jesus, but regardless of what you believe in, something did protect her that day, because a lot of things that were way worse could have happened to her, but God saw fit to get her out of the situation, and she wasn't hurt. She may have had, gone to jail or did whatever, but I think that was God moving her away from this. And y'all keep trying to pull the girl back into it. That ain't a friend. What is there here for her to get? At this point in time, she needs to be getting gainful employment, saving her money for her 401k, purchasing a house, and being happy. How is she going to do that on here when we all heard on the Zoom last night, all those people saying that as soon as they found out she's here, they're going to be calling the police and trying to get her back in trouble. And for those of y'all saying she's going to be off papers, y'all must don't know anybody who's ever been on papers, because once you've been on papers, it's real easy to get the person back on papers. So I love entertainment just like y'all do, but I don't want to see it at the detriment of nobody else. And so I just want some of y'all to take that into consideration. there was a guy who dropped down in the chat and he was saying, well, why are Greeks on here? And at first I was a little bit offended by him saying that, but I understood where he was coming from. He was saying, you know, people of a certain caliber maybe shouldn't be delving in this. And then we do certain things that make them think that what we're doing is so low base that certain people shouldn't be here. We could have fun, we could joke. I mean, why can't we do stuff like we used to do, like the ponytail challenge, the bathroom challenge? We used to have so much fun without it being so dark and dirty. Y'all need to let that girl go live her life. And if you really her friend, stop calling out her name. Stop wanting her to come back here to entertain you, because that's selfish and it's wrong.
And then to entertain with drama, you know, that don't make no sense. And a lot of them that's doing that, they didn't even like her, or she didn't like them, or they were blocked, or whatever. Now all of a sudden they love her. And you know what? And see what you said.
It's not even. I didn't want to say that. Let me say something about all of a sudden they love her, because I'm not gonna say that they don't all of a sudden really love her, and it may be true, because I'm going to tell you this. I was never a fan of hers, and I still do see things that she did wrong. But actually, after I began to fan out more things, I do respect her more. So I can't say that those people who are acting like they're so excited about her don't feel some type of way. They may, because I know I do. I want to see her prosper. I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. And I can't say that before, because I was mad Shireen showed up to the fight and lost.
Well, everybody was mad about that. It didn't like that.
Well, I was mad she lost. I was mad she lost, because I felt like she should have got beat. But like I said, fast forward later, when I started finding out other stuff, I'm like, this girl wasn't even as bad. Now, was she bad? She was bad. We can't rewrite history, but she wasn't what they said she was.
No,
but
she wasn't, and everybody came out with the truth.
It's a lot of bad people on here. All I'm saying, though, is this. I don't want to see the girl back in trouble. I don't want to see her life ruined. I don't want to see YouTube touch somebody's real life. This touched her real life, and y'all keep on calling her name and trying to put her back in a situation. And I get what you're saying, Miss Pizarro, but Miss Pizarro, see, you're real young, so you don't understand some things here when you say it's her decision, and if she wants to come back and all of this stuff right here. But after, age lets you know, wisdom should come with age.
But no, boo, they love her for the mess. They want some mess. Oh, she's getting this out. They loving her because people like to be entertained with mess. And, you know, I still wish her well, no matter what's going on, or somebody mad at me or whatever. I have nothing bad to say. But they want her back for the mess.
Yeah, I mean, some of y'all don't have anything to lose. I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of y'all don't have anything to lose. Some of y'all don't have kids. Some of y'all don't have any type of higher education. That girl, when she came on here, she had been in the military. She actually had a college degree. She never had been in trouble as far as some of y'all don't have that. So, you know, well, young or not, however you want to look at it. I got my opinion, you got yours. Cassie had hers. Everybody gonna have theirs. So I'm just saying, I just want to see the best for her, and that's all. Like, at the end of the day, this is a sector of YouTube that y'all have less than 5,000 strong people who are really coming in and looking, okay? And you barely have 1,000 hit the chat. I wouldn't want a friend of mine to be losing things in life for something like that. How much y'all get paid over here? I don't know. I guess probably the most, maybe $4,000, $5,000 a month. One day the sector will be over.
Okay, let me ask her cold as ice. Let me get in here for a second. Russ, you sit right up there with BS. Well, everybody know that. So what did that supposed to mean, cold as ice? I've already said that I was guilty by association. I never denied nothing. Whether I did the doxing or not, I was there. So what's your point, babes?
That's the thing. Nobody in this sector
what's your point?
Nobody wants anybody to grow. This stuff has been going on for 2 to 3 years. After a while, where is the growth? Even if she was here 2 or 3 years ago and she did whatever she did, when does it come a time for people to change and to grow? And I'm with you, Lori. I would tell her F YouTube and everybody on it. What y'all benefited from it? I mean, it's okay to have fun and stuff like that. You're saying she never broke laws, the Miss O, but she still went to jail. So in the eyes of the law, they twisted the law and she did go to jail, and it's on her record. So, you know, although we now know that she didn't.
I just wanted to know what was her point. What that mean? Everybody know that, but I said that. I mean, what's the point? I wanted an answer to me. What's the point? I grabbed the link. Maybe you got a point to this? Or maybe you just want to trout mouth them people. Okay.
You're right. you're right, Miss Pizarro. She will come back if it's her choice. But we all have people in our life who influence us. That's why you have influencers even online. You know, the social media people, they call them influencers because you can influence people. So I just hope whoever is around her that y'all would try to, you know, influence her to do correct. She is grown, and it's her life. I'm just saying, like, for y'all to keep on calling her name. I just don't get it, but
and you know, and we all know that she wasn't the only one on there. So you know, some people just ignorant and want to stay there like that. But I do still wish her the best, no matter what. Nobody's saying or whatever. You know, but you're gonna have trolls, trot mouth them, stinky baby them. You know, come over saying little stupid stuff. Cause everybody back then that used to watch the mess know everybody that was on there. So I don't get what the point. What's that supposed to do?
I don't think Cold as Ice is a troll, but what I do want to say is Cold as Ice, who else has come to a platform and actually said that they were wrong, or that they did something wrong, or that they shouldn't have been a part of it? Actually, if you want to know the truth, Miss Bless is one of the first people who I heard on here who actually stood up in their wrong and said, okay, I was wrong, I own what I did, and what have you. I don't hear a lot of people on here ever own that they're wrong. I mean, if I stole the Vacation money, she's never stated she was wrong. She's never said she was sorry. We've seen a lot of stuff go down where people said it was wrong. Can she at least get credit for saying that she was wrong?
Yeah, I've always said guilt by association. Whether I was doing the doctor or not, I was there. So that's why I said, what's her point?
Exactly. Because she didn't
Yeah.
get credit for that. Because
Yeah.
some of y'all don't even. Some of y'all
See,
are doing
many people don't have. Some people so lonesome and don't have a life that they have to live in the past, and the past can never come back. You can never turn back the hands of time. You just got to sit in what you did and move on. And it don't have nothing to do with age or anything, because nobody ever get too old to continue learning. The old folks used to say that back in the day to me, you know, and it's true. So some people just, you know, ain't got nothing else to do but, you know, to sit there and be messy and want somebody to come back with the same kind of mess and foolishness for people. And see what you had said, I didn't want to say it out. And I asked April, talked about it the other day too. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to plant no seeds, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People say what they said, because I'm quite sure Trout Mouth and all of them already on it. Stanky Berry and everybody, even one that's on there, oh, I never. They doing that too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was confused. We all thought that was a troll over there. We did.
I don't know. But, you know, I mean, and nobody has to agree with me. I'm just trying to be the voice of reason. I'm just trying to make it make sense. So it's crazy to me you was there, but all these Tracy's calling for her like she was friends, knowing damn well she was dragging her.
So what? Everybody was dragging everybody. People moved on. People, there's growth. So what? So that's what I'm saying. Come on out the past a little bit. Come on, get you some life.
Miss D, Miss O, I get what you're saying about you miss her, but like if I was in the penitentiary, I'm sure I would miss my friends if they got out. But I ain't trying to bring them back.
This person says I'm blocked. Well, come on and grab the link. I don't know. I haven't looked at my block list. If you blocked, you must have came here saying some stuff, and my moderators took care of it. Because I don't know half the people blocked. You know. However, I seen yesterday Billy was blocked. Now there was a troll, and I unblocked her because yesterday I looked over there because I had to remove. I had some temporary ranches for a day or two. I wanted to move. Big man, where you at? I wanted him to temporary mod.
Oh, Miss Bliss, I wanted to ask you. I didn't know if you talked about the kids who were missing. Have you talked about that yet?
I did that first.
Okay, because I wasn't able to get on here earlier.
Let me tell you what I said. I reiterated because both people want to know too. That's just now getting here. I don't mind reiterating. So basically, they asking people other than adopted parents to take a lie detector test. The adopted parents were asked first. They took it, but they didn't give us the results of it. But they have suspicions on others, and they asked them to take a lie detector test. So California City Police Chief John Walker confirmed Saturday that individuals close to the investigation were asked to take the test. At some point after 3-year-old Austin West and 4-year-old Austin West were reported missing December 21st. So basically that's where we at. You know, last week I reported that it's now a $100,000 reward. They still haven't found them. The searches went all the way to Tonopah. You know, that's Nevada, and they're still searching for them. They were gone since December 21st.
Okay, because I was trying to catch it yesterday. There's a group who's on YouTube now, and they go live around there searching and stuff. Also, I was watching something else, and they were showing the difference in what happens when a black child goes missing and something happens to a white child. There was this lady who was on that Food Network show called The Worst Cook. She was a black lady, heavy set, kind of short hair. I don't know if anybody remembers, but she won the worst.
I used to watch that, The Worst Cook. Yeah, I used to watch, you know, the contestants. Yeah, I did.
So, you know, black lady, she had 2 of her own biological children. Then she went out and she adopted 3 white kids, right? The last baby that she was going to adopt, the mother had second thoughts. You know, she was like, something told her to keep her child. So she kept her child. Anyway, fast forward later, this lady, she was acting like she loved these little kids so much. You know that they killed that little white girl. Her and her husband are in jail for it right now. They've been arrested, but they were saying how quickly that they arrested them for the death of this white child, and they're still sitting up. You know, like it was just that quick. It was like an immediate thing. But she killed him or killed the little girl, or either the husband killed her. They don't really know exactly how the child died, but they made sure they put their behind in jail. So another YouTuber was going over that, and it was just crazy how we're still sitting up here waiting for somebody to be arrested in this case. But you know, when it comes to, you know, some other races, they get picked up real quick. So that's one thing I wanted to point out.
Yeah, they did solve that real quick then, the way you described it. I hope this don't go on for months and months, turn to a year, then 2 years or whatever. They got, and maybe, I don't know if the kids will take to another state or whatever. I just know that it's not going to turn out good. I hate to say that. And that's why I said I'd rather somebody got them and raised them as their own and love them. Like we see cases like that all the time. Stealing babies because they can't have kids, or toddlers, raising them as their own. And, you know, then later on they grown, they found out that's not their real parents. I'd rather have seen something like that than to see these boys going missing, because I really don't think it's going to turn out good. I really don't. And evidently they know something now to want to give all these people, but it's not admissible in California court. But if they can use it, you know, the investigators can use it. And that's how it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
I did see also that they were able to prove that the path that the husband said that he went to go look for those 2 little boys, he lied about that, because when they saw him on the cameras, he said he went one way and that he went to all of these different areas or whatever. So they were able to pull the footage, and that was a lie. So the places he said he looked, he did not look in those places.
Well, not only that, when they was talking about how everybody was searching, they didn't even go walk through the desert. You know how to get that long line? They walked. They didn't participate. And they said the reason why they didn't participate was because they were getting death threats from strangers and the little boys' real family and everybody. And, well, of course they were going to get some death threats because they know that something is foul, some kind of foul play is going on. But there's no reason not to search. Because get out there and don't let them think that something is going on. So that's what their excuse why they're not helping with the search. So he lying. He never looked. And then don't nobody leave no gate open to no desert with 2 little boys in the yard talking about collecting wood for fire. And ain't no wood back there. Nothing back there but tumbleweeds.
Oh, he's definitely lying. And I feel like he really had something to do with it because, like I said, the YouTube channel I was watching with the searchers who were going out there to search and all of that, he really was nasty towards them. At one point in time, they actually thought that he was going to call the police on them. And I was like, well, what is he calling the police for? All they're doing is out there searching. So it really showed that he's hiding something, because for me, I would have welcomed the searchers if it was my child. But, you know, he wasn't welcoming. He don't want them around, and he wasn't helping them. So,
yeah. I'm reading what Miss Pizarro was saying. Miss Pizarro, you so right about that. You are so right about that. I hate that if that wasn't a troll over there that they saying stuff like that. Maybe the person back already. I don't know. But we never seen before. But back to what I was saying about these little boys, I can only pray that they get found. And so that's the update on them. Now let's change subjects again. Now everybody keep talking about this movie, Salt and Pepper. I didn't see it. But the way people are reviewing it, like the reality show I saw, and then when they gave, you know how they get interviewed, and Spinderella wanted to sue them because see back then we didn't know nothing at all about Spinderella until they did that reality show, and she wanted to sue because see she was what you call the people that do the DJ. Yeah, the DJ. She was a DJ, and so she wasn't. She wanted to be seen and heard. She wanted credit now for what she was doing. And this was years ago when this actually came on. So what everybody is saying is what was said or done in a reality show back then. So it's like I don't really need to watch the movie because they basically talking about the same thing, in this movie.
I see it from both viewpoints. When it comes to Spinderella, I think because she came into the group later, and she also did like I keep telling people, when people have a relationship, you can't get in between that relationship. Salt-N-Pepa had a natural bond. They met each other, and then they became fast friends, like the same day that they met one another, and it was close ever since then. And I'm not saying that they're right for what they did to Spinderella. I'm just saying that you can't really get in when it's it's two. That was their connection. And when it was Spinderella, Herbie brought Spinderella in, and then also Spinderella was only like 16, so they were in college, and Spin was 16. So I do think that they just didn't have that bond. I don't think that Cheryl and Sandy, that's Salt-N-Pepa, I don't think they were right in the way that they did her, especially since Salt is claiming to be a Christian. I think that they should have tried to deal with the money a little bit better, because for me, I really think they were excluding her because they didn't want to split the money 3 ways. I don't care what they say. I think that's my opinion. They didn't want to split the money 3 ways, and they tried to say, well, we're not as close, so we not concerned about you or whatever. So
I got a different opinion on that. I have a different opinion on that. See, back then when they started, DJs and the musicians and everybody wasn't popular like that. They just looked at her as somebody back there doing the DJ while they do their thing. But fast forward, when DJs start becoming more and more popular, then of course they should have started including her and putting her name on all of that. But back then it just started up like that. That's just like any rapper or singer.
Yes, no, the DJ was always look at Run DMC, look at Eric B and Rakim. It was always a DJ who had it popping. DJs,
but they never gave the DJs and the musicians even credit like that for the main show. They never gave them like that. Now they do nowadays, but back then, no, they wasn't going to be named on nothing. It was just going to be the 2 people, Salt-N-Pepa. But now at this point, she should be getting paid. 10 years ago, she should start getting paid. But when they first came out, they wasn't recognizing people like that actually put them on the album, A-track, or whatever was going on back there. What was that band? See, what they had to look for.
I'm a hip hop head. I'm sorry, y'all. DJs were very
okay. So then this got to be. I'll have to say generational thing, because they wasn't naming, like even these days. If you was to look on a cover when you buy a DVD, you'll see the musician and everybody listed as a part of it. Back then they wasn't doing that like that, but nowadays they should. They were important back there, but not important enough to be
back in the age of Pepper. The DJs was beyond important. The DJs were very, very important.
No, but not important enough for them to put them on there. You know what I'm saying? But now they are. Spinderella she do need to be compensated for all that. But back then they didn't list their DJs on none of their DVDs. They didn't. But now they should, and they have. I'm telling you.
What's Run DMC? The
DJ, they musicians and stuff was a part. They considered them as a part of them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
But don't get me wrong. Now they were important, but they wasn't named on everything. Like the main,
yes, they were actually. They were a part of the groups. They were named on everything.
Was Salt-N-Pepa. Well, a lot of them I didn't. When I read it would just be the artists. From what I see. But they are important, because if it wasn't for Spinderella, they wouldn't have been as successful. So they do owe her money. I don't blame her son, but I just never really seen none of the DJs and musicians and stuff on everybody's stuff like that. Run DMC was different. Now they in the 90s. I know I used to party on their music. Yeah, they included all the musicians, DJs, and everything. They included all that. They did. But everybody didn't.
Manny, that's why I'm agreeing. That's why I said I see it both ways. Herbie brought that Spinderella in. She had no connection at all with Salt and Pepper. So to them, they didn't have that type of bond. All right. But as far as other groups, they did have bonds, and the DJs were very important.
Everybody didn't acknowledge their DJs back there. They didn't acknowledge them, but they do now. And you're right, they should have acknowledged them. Everybody didn't acknowledge them. And they were an important part of it.
I don't think that Spinderella should have maybe gotten a third, but I do think that they should have tried to sit down and maybe work it out.
And listen, I understand what I'm saying. Royalties and credits were not set up back then like it is now, and that's the truth. They didn't acknowledge them like that.
Well, I'm sorry.
They weren't important, but they didn't acknowledge them.
I see both sides because for them, it is business, but it was all about a bond. Like if you watched the episode that they, or whatever you want to call it, that they did, a lot of their stuff was done based on bond instead of business. It shouldn't have been done that way, but a lot of things that they did were based on bond. Like if you watch the story that they put out, it was based on bond. Just like they gave each other their word with Kid and Play, with Martin Lawrence, etc. That, you know, whoever became famous first, they were all going to help each other get on. They did have agreements and bonds and things like that did make it hard to straddle the fence when it came down to the business side. But we ain't gonna agree on this DJ thing, because remember
because when the reality show came out back then and they was fighting all that, that's when we first started finding out that Spinderella wanted to be acknowledged. She's fighting to get her name on everything that they did back then. And like I said, that's been some years ago.
But I'm saying traditionally there were several groups, and I can name them, that the DJ was very important. They acknowledged their DJ, and they put their DJs on, and people did go for the DJ. I mean, even now, if you go to a party and you got a sorry DJ, it's not going to work. And actually, some of the producers, y'all are saying, you know, stuff like, well, the DJ is not that important. The DJ was literally the producer, and the producers made more money than most of the artists.
Well, I'm not denying the fact that they wasn't important. They always have been important. I'm just saying they wasn't acknowledged like that. They really wasn't acknowledged. So, and they should have been acknowledged. But she wasn't acknowledged back there. Laurie said, I only thought of Salt and Pepper. I never paid attention to Spinderella. Have to watch the movie. She should have been paid. She should have back there, but they didn't acknowledge her like that. And some others didn't do that, but you have some that did. They always were important. But they were always in the back, you know, always. And Herbie swindled those girls. So I'm going to look at the movie. But like I say, basically what everybody is saying is, well, I saw that on their reality show, talk shows and stuff. So now they got a movie about it. So it sounds interesting. Yeah, DJs were different back then.
And why like Marley Marl, Mr. Magic, UTFO. I mean,
but you know what? The groups you're mentioning, wasn't nobody had to bring nobody in. They were all a group anyway.
Mr. Magic, Marley Marl, those are DJs. Those are DJs.
They all had their thing anyway. They all had their thing anyway. So, you know, they acknowledged their people, but everybody was not being acknowledged. Because, you know, the DJ became a big deal in the 90s. I don't know how old you are, but they did. And everybody started loving the DJs. Everybody started, even people start wanting the turntable and all like that, so they could mimic it, you know, to do your little parties and stuff. But they always have. I'm not saying they wasn't, but I'm just saying they were, everybody, all of them were acknowledged, just like Spinderella. But now, by rights, she should be. She should be. That you could say that with anything, sports, boxing, anything. Especially with the blacks, they wouldn't acknowledge. They weren't making all that money back then. That was with anything.
That's all.
Nowadays, they acknowledge everything.
It wouldn't be a Run DMC without Jam Master Jay. So.
Exactly, but they were all a group already. They weren't brought in to give it to them like the way.
I don't know. Maybe it's the place. Maybe it's right.
Yeah, they wasn't brought in.
Maybe that's the thing. She said where she was from, the DJ was big deal, so it could be area, because sometimes location.
Well, it might be. Could be, but I'm just saying it. But you know, they were important, like I said, but they just wasn't acknowledged like that as the main talent, which they more talented as far as I'm concerned. But I'm just saying they was not acknowledged, all of them. They really wasn't. And then it could be because sometimes y'all have local rappers or whatever coming that I probably didn't know about on the West Coast, you know, so because I read a few stories like some of them got killed or whatever, and I said, I ain't never heard of this person, but they be from the South or something like that didn't make it big or whatever. So might have been, but I just know that they wasn't acknowledged back then like they should have been. They really wasn't, but now they are, so they always have, because I've always liked it, DJs. Before they even start making music with other talent. Because everybody loved to go to a party or a club where they had DJs at.
Well, I agree with them. I think it had a lot to do with Herbie. I think he was mismanaging funds and doing all his own things. And I think he made stuff messy because, like I said, he had the connection with Spinderella, not them. He brought Spinderella in. And if you listen to how he tried to just do Pep, Salt was like, no, we're not going to do that, because he wanted her to initially lie about the money when they went to get the first contract and kind of push Pep out and not give her any of the money. And Salt wouldn't go for that. So if he did that to her, there's no telling what else he did. Plus, they also found out that although they were getting 6 points for a record, they were splitting it down the middle, which was 3 and 3, which is not industry standard. So they should have actually been getting more. So
I like the way JL she said DJ was vital in the 80s, hip hop.
Exactly.
It wasn't until the New Jack swing area of the 90s that DJs were as important, which is why Spinderella became more rap. Now, and that's true. So it would be the 90s when they start being acknowledged, but at that point, everybody hadn't started acknowledging them yet. You know, for real. They wasn't acknowledged like they should have been. Even back then. They would see, that's correct. They weren't acknowledged back then. West Coast, Midwest, they really wasn't. They became popular, really popular in the 90s for sure. However, like I said, they always have been important, but they just wasn't. Getting to play could go clubbing freely, you should. Unbiased opinion, Blessed was a grown woman when hip hop came into play and could go clubbing freely. Well, that's true. I mean, when hip hop came, I was clubbing. I mean, what do you mean? I don't get that, though. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
I agree, Nadia. I think Nadia A, I agree. I think she is being disrespected by not being acknowledged. And I think it was also a slight to the fans that we weren't able to get the entire story because they did not seem to come to an agreement. So I think they should have came to some type of agreement for the fans' sake, because I want to know the whole story. I want to hear Spin's take on things too, you know, because we all have 3 sides to every story. So I want to hear everybody. And then
so we just got a different opinion, because some people saying also in here, what you saying is some saying, like me, they really wasn't getting acknowledged like they're supposed to into the 90s. So, you know, and it is what it is. But at this day and time, they should be. She should get a third. You know what I'm saying? She should.
I was a big hip hop head, like DJ Chill Will, all of that. So I was into all of that. So for me, the DJs were a big deal. And I don't know. So I guess, you know, it just, I get like Miss Nika said, I think, okay, you could tell JSL. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but the DJs, I'm like, the DJs was
there. Lauren say, I was there in the 80s, and where I am from, they were not acknowledged. I was a hip hop dancing competition. And you know, back then, I think it was the late 80s when Hammer Time came around, I can't even remember if he acknowledged his DJ back then, but I just know he was very popular. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, a different sign, different thing. Could be a generational thing. Could be whatever. You know, neither one of us is right. Neither one is wrong. I'm just saying what it was and what I think about it.
I think we all agree she should have got some money and she should have been on there. I think we all agree that maybe not as much money, but I still do feel like she was vital to the role. The only reason I'm saying not as much money, because I just remember when she came in, she really didn't even really know how to DJ. She said that her friend or her brother was teaching her or whatever, and they was actually making her practice while they was on the road. So it wasn't at the time like she was an accomplished DJ or whatever. I don't know if she wrote songs, because I can only go by what they showed, but they showed that Salt was writing songs and Herbie wrote songs. So I think it depends on what all everybody was putting into the situation. We not gonna ever know now because we didn't get Spin's take on things, or we can kind of look at it and like pull it apart. But somebody did bring up Wendy Williams. I do want to see what her biopic is gonna be like. That's gonna be a lot of tea, I hope.
Yeah, and then they kind of talked about her years ago too. You know, I forgot the name of the show they would have on. But she talked about her career, how she first started, how she had got on cocaine and all that kind of stuff. So I guess it's gonna be like that again. But listen, Linda said she wasn't even the original Spin, and then something you just said just made me think. But maybe since she wasn't really all the way there yet, was still learning. Maybe that's why she wasn't professional at the time. They didn't, include her in back then. I don't know, but I just really don't know. Okay, let me read some more comments. Good morning. In case you haven't mentioned it, Jam Master J was the DJ that gave all DJs the spotlight. I just got here. Yeah, let me see.
That's what I said.
Yeah. They should have given her the Duke. Yeah, they should have. They should have. And they still should have. But she spoke up on this years ago, so I didn't know this actually was still in the course with it or whatever they doing, because that's been years she first came on saying that she wasn't acknowledged. But I will watch Wendy's movie as well. I really would. Now, I'm going to change the subject again. There was a comment that was written that I didn't get a chance to speak on. Well, that's too far up, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Too far up. I need to write it down as we talk, because me and you be talking, girl, and then we'll be talking, and then next thing I know, we're on another subject, and vice versa, we get on in there. But I enjoy your commentary every time you come.
Okay, now, I like the beef, y'all. I do. Y'all know I like the beef, but I don't like when the beef get just so heavy that it just, I don't know. I don't have it in me to just be truly, truly evil. So when it gets so heavy, I switch to other stuff. I'll run off somewhere else real quick and try and come up with something else. So
I'm glad you're saying that, because usually when I'm watching something and it's all with the same people arguing, fighting, I leave and search around, watch some stuff, go back, catch a little more. I be back and forth. I don't want to do it like that either. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to talk about, I like other subjects too, but it is what it is. But I just don't stay there. Let me tell you what I've really been watching a lot lately. Mobster movies. But when I'm on my computer and I'm watching something and I know whether people are gonna fight for 2 or 3 hours, I can come back to them. I'll go watch an old monster movie, then come back to whatever live I was at. I just be all over the place. I'll be watching Funky Denise. I'll be watching other sectors, other stuff, cooking shows. And I'm gonna tell y'all somebody that I like. I don't know if a lot of people like, but I like to watch her. I really like to watch Tita Talks. All she do all day long is film her life. So sometimes I might go over there and watch a little bit of that. Lately, I've been going back and forth watching J Don because of her being on Brianna's. But I'm going to tell you what I don't like about J Don. I don't know if she's still in love with this lady or whatever the case may be. And I don't care how they fight. Everybody going to fight like the way they want to fight. But I don't feel like we didn't see the need for her to bring up the lady's handicapped brother, I think it is.
Yeah.
And then the issue her daughter going with, and she's saying she only saying it because of this. She travels. No, that part is wrong. Just like you felt like it was wrong. And I wasn't around then too. Like people keep lying, saying I wasn't around. I wasn't around then. This mock funeral, you know what I'm saying? I think that was wrong. But I kind of started growing on her a little bit. But the history of me and her is, I dropped down and spoke to her one time. She cussed me out, called me all kind of names because I was over there in TSCC chat. I think I just became a moderator, so I left her alone, so she's another be mad when you somewhere else that don't click your stuff. We told all that click your stuff. And so I never really had an actual problem with her, but that's what happened with me and her, so I left her alone. But speed up a little bit. I have been watching Brianna, of course, when she's on there, and I think that was wrong on many levels.
It's very wrong. And what bothered me is that I've been watching J Dunn for a long time. Like when other people say they couldn't stand her little high pitched voice, whatever. She grew on me. She funny to me, when she make her put little songs and stuff like that. Cause she you can't watch it if you agitated or whatever at the time. But sometimes I find her to be very funny. But yeah, when she did her commentary the other day, I turned off of it because I couldn't watch it all the way through. I was disappointed with her.
Right.
I couldn't believe that she did something like that. I know we all have our low moments and we mess up at times. I just hope that she don't sit there and waddle in it. I hope she realized that that was not the way to go. And I just hope she moves on and goes back to just, back to being her little funny, little quirky little self. But
Right.
that right there that she did, I couldn't believe she was doing it. I was so shocked by her. I'm like, what? I didn't know J Dunn could go so low or get so nasty.
Yeah, I think that was wrong. And I know she's going to hear about this and see it and don't like me saying it, but I don't care. I just think that was wrong. We don't need to know what her daughter problems have to do with anything. I just, and then, she was still crying right now to this day about somebody did a mock funeral or something. You know what I'm saying? So you can come ahead and call me all the same names people call me. Now I'm going to say this too, because I'm going to be out here in a minute. I got 15 more minutes for the top of the hour. Remember I was telling y'all that old Libby was going to be predictable. She don't got no commentary. That she going to keep talking about me for a while and anybody else, and TSCC and all like that. Somebody just sent me a thing and said she's doing exactly what I said. Do Jesus. I told you that lady ain't got no commentary. I told y'all that. So I wonder how long she going to be on this one. You know what I'm saying? Just boring. But like I say, you got some new people, that, interested and all like that. But thank you, y'all, that just sent me this. I really don't care. I really don't care. I mean, because I don't need to go there like that. I got my own commentary. I don't need to be putting everybody's name in my chat to bring nobody over here. Okay? Y'all are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be talked about because Jay Wilson did a live on the other day and he started going back down memory lane, and some things I'm not a Jay Wilson fan at all, so I don't know, some things he said though I agree with, and some things I didn't agree with what he was saying. I do want to tell you this though, Jay Wilson, if the sector was so dark and you were led to leave and to leave the mess alone, I just don't understand why y'all keep coming back to the vomit.
I'm thinking, did he lose his job or something? Is he back here trying to beat for coins again?
I don't think Jay Wilson lost his job. I know other people like to put that narrative out there, but I don't believe Jay Wilson lost his job or anything. I just think that a lot of the stuff cropped up and he wanted to go ahead and get his few licks in and stuff like that. And he wanted to tell people what he experienced about the situation and stuff. And some of the stuff that he mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, because as time goes on, this has been going on for so long, you forget some of the stuff that has happened.
Well, did he talk about how he had that lady Beverly call and lie and say she was elderly abused? He hooked her up to all of that. Did he say he doxed Tracy? Did he say he came on a mess train and thing? Did he tell the truth about everything, or did he spin the narrative like everybody else?
He talked about coming on the mess train. He talked about Larry Nelson. He talked about Vonnie Vaughn. He talked about I don't think he mentioned Miss Beverly by name, but I remember him speaking on that. He talked about Miss Pat. He talked about, when I say he went down memory lane, he went down memory lane. Now, of course, when a person goes down memory lane who was involved in it, they're gonna tell their side or what they
That's why I'm asking you all this, because I'm quite sure his is all spent in a bunch of lies, because he don't want to tell how dark and deep and dirty he is, just like Troutmouth never spinning it. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure that's probably what he's doing. So ain't nobody gonna pay him no mind. He's trying to make it come back.
One thing I was shocked about was that he talked about how dark it was and about how he felt when it was certain people around. And he did mention that when it was Troutmouth, he said that he never feared. He didn't feel like Troutmouth doing anything to hurt him, and I was kind of shocked by that, because I'm like, he's the one who doxed everybody. So I didn't understand.
He did. Well, he was undercover doing all this, so he's not gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, so I didn't understand how he was fearing everybody else, and everybody else was so bad, but you didn't have any fear of this person doing anything. It just made me wonder, well, how did you arrive at that? So I don't know. But it was an interesting live. He gave his point. He put his spin on it. But I just want to know, if it was so bad and you remember all of that stuff, like, why are you coming back here?
Yeah. He tried to tell a bunch of lies like Trout Mouth there. Everybody got their own story, but you notice who's not trying to tell the story? We don't care. I mean, come on, we don't care. And old Livy, how long she gonna have commentary? Is it always gonna be about me now, Brianna, Lady Nika, and GJ? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. But I'm gonna drop my link one more time. If anybody got anything to say, what time is it, girl? It says 9:04 here.
He talked about Kiki, and the situation with the Samantha Graziano thing. Also, Kiki went live this weekend. I don't know if anybody watched her. I did watch her. That was pretty interesting. So
Yes,
she had Shelly on her platform and Shish Tris. I didn't know that Kiki and Shelly were actually friends and that they talk. Tommy was in her chat and he left. I saw him leave when Shelly got on the platform.
Who's Tommy?
Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh, he was over there too. Oh, because
he was in the chat, but he left once Shelly got on. Yeah, she was saying she was in a cult, and I don't really know what to feel about that, because sometimes, like with her, I never know what's real and what's fake or whatever. But it was still kind of interesting. But what was more interesting to me was to realize that it's a lot more people who have relationships off of here than you know about.
Yeah. Yeah, they all spinning their lives, and those of us that just moved on, we really don't care. And I really don't care about nothing like that. People got their own lives, okay?
Yeah.
But this lady is so predictable, y'all. I already told y'all that's what she's gonna do. How many more days? Do you think that people gonna care? 2, 3 more? She's gonna do it every day because she ain't got no commentary. She really don't, for real. And I'm not saying it because she came over and started stuff. I'm saying it because it's the truth. It is really the absolutely true. So you're right, Miss Prezaro. Let her get them little clicks and coins because she need them. She's desperate because Cynthia G and Taz kicked her from over there because she kept up a lot of mess over there. Thank you for 135 likes. Thank you for those that was here. Going to watch replay. They had to leave. I knew it lunchtime.
I just hope something else pop off, because it's getting a little boring to keep going back over the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, okay, it was fun at first. Now we want to move on to something else. That's my take on it. I don't care who talks about it. It's just getting kind of boring to me, if you want to know the truth. Because unless something new comes out, like somebody drops some type of new tea about the situation, but everything has been stated over and over again. Nobody's like giving us any new insight to anything that's going on. So I don't know. It's just like with the Zoom meetings, those are getting boring as heck too. So it's fun to sit up there and pick at them when you starting to look at them on the screen and stuff, but their conversation, I can't believe they sat up there 4 hours sitting up just talking about YouTube. I'm like, how y'all?
And all the old stuff from back in the day, that tell you people ain't got no commentary. Come on now. Come on here and talk about something else. But like I say, old Livy over there being predictable. What else she gonna talk about? Anytime, what else she over there talking about juicy booty and everything. So what that tell you? Desperate. DESPARATE, desperate. Okay.
But I know we're coming up on the end of your show, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take everybody out and have everything you need to say. Okay. I need to go ahead and hop on off of here and get on with my day. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for listening to me. Bye-bye.
I enjoy you, girl. Come anytime you want to come. It's been great. It's been grand. I enjoyed you again today, as usual, Ella.
And Miss Blair, I'm gonna stay on you about this cooking show. I'm gonna stay on
I gotta get that together and position my stuff right. I do want to make some stuff.
If you do a cooking show, I promise you.
Speaking of cooking, I did cook yesterday some old-fashioned spaghetti. I say old-fashioned because I made them with neck bones. You know how we used to just do a regular neck bones, but I did it with some smoked neck bones. Girl made my spaghetti sauce, and they was in that spaghetti sauce with my spaghettis in there. Leftovers, I might throw some corn in there. It's an old fashioned, and then we used to eat it with some pan cornbread dish. That brought up. I just for some reason I just had a taste for some old black people, kind of old fashioned spaghetti made with some neck bones, y'all.
And then
that,
while we cooking, Miss Bless, while we cooking, we could be talking about the mess at the same time and just.
Okay, you saying we? I'm gonna figure out how to set this up. I really want to do that. I really do. I'm gonna figure out how to, I am. That sounds good.
It's not all about mess. If it's something that's gonna be positive or whatever, then I can like.
Yeah, I can. I'm not tripping off. Not. Well, I like to talk about positive and other stuff too.
You don't have to always be positive either. Now,
it don't. We can talk while we cooking. That's true.
It's a mess. I just don't like it when it get too deep. All right, I'll talk to you later, Miss Bless.
Okay, baby. All right. Thanks for coming.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. I never was part. Let me see what Laurie's saying before I go, because I'm going to go. How can person who was not nor never was supposed to tell the history? That's what I'm saying. Because it's bringing them clicks and views. They're using that TSCC name and the people that used to be TSCC. That's what's bringing them views. So Olivia gonna take advantage of it, and her and Juicy Booty trying to make it come back too for some more coins. So that's what they do, and you get views doing that like that because it's messy, it's controversial, and that's what they do. They don't have nothing else to talk about right now because Thank You Baby and Trout Mouth ain't making no videos. And I asked them, I was trying to help her. I asked her to make some videos so she can have some commentary and stay off TSCC and us. But Troutmouth, he stole that from her. And what I mean by that, he needed to make a video for her, but he didn't have nothing either besides the Zoom, so he turned it in commentary for himself, saying I'm asking for some help. When clearly he seen how I was saying anybody read it like that. So he didn't want her to make no commentary for her. He decided, do something for himself. And that's how it went. I really wish he would go ahead and give her some commentary so she could move on with her life as well. But she can't seem to do that. Thank you for the sticker. By 57, let that lady reach and get a coin. We know she has. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't a big deal. Most people she ever had. Once she put our name in the chat and with that TSCC stuff, let her get some views. It ain't gonna last forever. She need. Now, y'all, I was playing one of them other songs I had liked, but Sarkeen did have the owner of that song on it the other day. It was okay, and he welcomed anybody to hit him up if they want to. Like that. So that's how they went. At this time, please drop the diamonds. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for my likes. I appreciate all y'all. Play the song. I got to let it grow on me, though. Yeah, I really appreciate all this. It was something else I was going to say. If I forget anything, I'll come back a second time. But the thing is, like I said, old Trout Mouth is really bothered about people playing those Zooms when he said at first, this is what he wanted everybody to do. He knew everybody was going to be talking about him the whole 9 yards. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something else. While I was talking to y'all for this last 30 to 40 minutes, well, maybe longer, that nut was in the background as if I was going to let her on. But and I always delete those out of my comment section too. I don't understand why they keep popping out. Ain't nobody going to click them on. And one time I didn't know no better and I clicked it on, and y'all was hard for me to click off. So don't y'all touch when y'all see it, immediately delete it. Immediately delete it. Because at first I was thinking it was me when I looked at the face first. The long hair and everything, but it's not. And the woman wasn't saying nothing. So I guess she was trying to set me up to show her private. So y'all go over there and watch Dimitri Lit for last night. Go watch Just Because she's doing some small clips. Go watch Alfreda. I don't know who's coming on next. I think these guys usually do come on. I think it's around his lunch break. So if anybody's still here that can tell me it's coming on, you're more than welcome to drop down and say it, okay? I love you guys, and I'm going to catch y'all later. So with that said, I get ready to say toodaloo and have a great day, Miss Hicks. Bye. Oh, is it that? Let me see. I don't want to say your name word wrong, but have a great day, Miss Hicks. As far as I can, Oh, whoa. Toodaloo.